comics and powered by the Red 5 Network. For more, visit red5.bio.link.
Good morning, nerds. It is Tuesday, November 25th, I believe, if you believe the hype. It is actually Stranger Things Season 5 Eve. Yeah. Stranger Things Season 5 drops tomorrow. My daughter has big plans. Big plans. You know, as in watching. Like watching and stuff. I'm probably going to have to like get fancy with snacks. How are you guys doing? I had what I would consider a very big breakfast for myself. I had a bagel and a banana, and now I just need a nap. But I do have my coffee. And my coffee, I have my water. Do me a huge solid. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you are new, and ring the notification bell so you get notified whenever I'm back with even more of this nerdy nonsense. I think it's time for Mama to turn the fan on. There we go. That's nice. That's nice. Because I know it may look kind of dark to you guys, but the lights are actually warm in here. Okay? It's warm in here. Anywho, before we go any further, I just want to remind everyone, no show Thursday, no members only Thursday, Throwback Thursday theater, because it's Thanksgiving, guys. Go call your family. Go spend time with your family if you can. Have some turkey. Have some cranberry relish. That stuff in a can is disgusting. Stop eating that. Have a good Thanksgiving. And you're going to see me in a couple of places this week. Tomorrow, yeah, because today's Tuesday, I had to triple check. Tomorrow, you'll see me on the Latino Slant with Polly after this stream. And then Friday, you will see me. I'm going to fall over. You're going to see me on Film Junkie. So you get a little extra dose of Dani. And I believe I will actually finish editing my Franklin Richards breakdown today. I am serious about this. It's been a journey. It's been a journey. A Franklin Richards journey. Reminder, it's time to yell good morning to everyone, but members and super chats, they get their good morning first because let's face it, you get what you pay for. You do. You should get stuff. And all that. Reminder. There's so many reminders. Like reminder, I've said reminder like 5 times now. We still have a giveaway going. And I owe you a hoodie. The things have been so tight. Like with my surgeries and stuff. You know how it is. It's been... There is a note written right there with your name on it, with your design. I love you, DJ. I do. You're my birthday twin. And I think about it at least twice a day. But we still have the second giveaway going. Okay. We are 400 hours away from 4,000 watch hours. Thank God. Can we please be done with this? Get the final monetization so I can actually get ad revenue and afford to give DJ his hoodie. Because disability does not give me enough money to give people hoodies. That's the truth. But the second giveaway includes someone will win this game from Cards Against Humanity. It's called Party Mouth. This game from Cards Against Humanity called Contact. And this board game from Cards Against Humanity called Head Drip. Okay? And then there will be a second hoodie winner. But y'all have to be patient with me because when I say I'm poor, I mean I don't just grow my own food out of principle. Okay? I do it because I'm ridiculously poor. And I'm pretty sure I haven't bought myself new underwear in like 6 years. So, welcome to today's show where I'm volunteering all kinds of uncomfortable things. What is this nonsense? All right, guys, let's yell good morning. Remember the members and super chats get it first. And you never know what helmet I'm going to put on by the end of the show. Good morning, Lieutenant Deranged Lunatic! Good morning, Lieutenant Kino Reviews and contributing editor! Good morning, Omari, and thank you for pointing out all of my typos all of the time. It's so appreciated. Go, go, Power Rangers! Good morning, Samar! I do have a green Power Ranger. He's up there. I can't reach him because I am this tall. He was my brother's favorite. He was. Buenos dias, Fernando! Yeah! And of course, good morning to you, my Red 5 brother. Original birthday twin and first giveaway winner that I still owe a hoodie. Because I'm poor. And Etsy is just not fun for me. Anyway, good morning, Lieutenant Backyard TARDIS. And he also says, DJ also says, happy Thanksgiving week to you all. Bring on the desserts. Lord, I am not cooking this year, and that makes me really sad because that means I will not have endless Thanksgiving, leftovers. So it's really sad for me. Great for my supposed diet, but sad for the fact that I really love turkey sandwiches. I love turkey shepherd's pie, turkey and dumplings. I mean, turkey Thanksgiving casserole. I make this Thanksgiving casserole. It's so good. And I love pie. Pie is a food group. And as far as the size of my ass is concerned, it is the most important food group. So, thank you so much, Deranged Lunatic, for that $1.99 super chat. He says, Dani, underwear is overrated anyway. You and Dave would get along famously. Thank you so much, sweetheart. I truly, truly appreciate that. That means a whole lot to me, and you know that. Thank you. Maria, pumpkin or sweet potato pie? Lord, that is a toss-up. I usually make sweet potato because I usually grow sweet potatoes. Man, last year we had some honkers. We had some really big sweet potatoes last year is what I'm saying. I had 25, 30 pounds of sweet potatoes. I mean, we had sweet potato fries, but I saved a bunch of it for sweet potato pie for Thanksgiving and Christmas. And we don't have any this year, but I do love pumpkin, but sweet potato, I'd say, is my favorite. Yes. All right, guys. Sorry about all the crazy, but you know what you signed up for. You keep showing up here, so. DL, I'm not a big fan of sweet potatoes, so I'm going with pumpkin. See, he's northern Missouri. Oh my God. So the fan is blowing upward and it blows my hair into my nose and my mouth. It's a struggle. Do I want to stay nice and cool or do I want to have hair in my nose and mouth and tickle me constantly? All right, guys. It's time to dive into some headlines. I am such a weirdo. What is wrong with me? Everything is wrong with me. That's what's wrong. All right. Let's dive in. Oh, these are old. All right. Let's dive in to some drama. Why not? And real quick, I just have a quick question for those of you on YouTube. Are you okay with this format here? Because if I do the old format where I was closer, it was more zoomed in, you can only see like this part of my face on Instagram. But honestly, I don't even think there's literally no one on Instagram. But if you're okay with this format, we'll keep doing it. If not, I don't think I really have that big of a problem with dropping Instagram. So, anywho, Deranged Lunatic says, I'm originally from the central part of the state, but I lived in the northern part so long, I guess I've taken on somewhat of that mentality. Missouri is a strange state. It is. It's very unique. I think it's the only state in the union that I'm aware of, and I could very well be wrong. I'm wrong quite a bit, actually. It was the only state in the union that I'm aware of that was completely split down the middle during the Civil War. So the top half fought for the North and the bottom half fought for the South. So there was literally families split in half in this state. It's pretty crazy. I could be wrong. Anywho, if you guys are okay with this format, we'll keep it up. If not, I mean, you want to hear something funny? The first time we went live on Instagram, the first people to pop in as soon as I went live, the first people to pop in were the Lethal Geeks. Oh my God. I immediately took a picture and sent it to Kino. It's like they were just, I guess they thought I was going to sit and talk shit about them or something. That's not what I do, but I thought it was absolutely hilarious. Anywho, here we go. Let's start with some drama in the comic book movie world. So y'all remember last year when Rob Liefeld finally had his fill with Marvel. You may or may not remember. Maria is asking about Missouri. Is it true there's a lot of woods in Missouri? There are. There's some. I wouldn't say it's what you see in movies. It's definitely, we're not all farmers. We're not, I mean, I am a farmer. Maybe I'm not the one to explain this. There are woods. There are a lot of woods, but it's not all rednecks and rural, you know. St. Louis is quite a large metropolis with millions of people living there. We have quite a few cities. Pardon me. Yeah, I don't know how else to explain that. I did see Bigfoot. That is a true story in 1989. I did. The Mark Twain National Forest is pretty large, and it's huge. I got busted riding with my cousin on a dirt bike through the Mark Twain National Forest. Good morning, Jaden. Good morning. But yeah, Mark Twain National Forest, freaking huge. We have a tree line behind my house. We have woods, but it's maybe 20-30 feet thick, and then you have a highway. So it's not what they portray in movies and TV shows at all. Okay. One of these days I'll just drive around and take video and show you guys. Anywho, let's get in it. Last year, Rob Liefeld, who is of course one half of the creators of Deadpool. If you will recall, Fabian Nicieza is the other creator of Deadpool. And I always get so bent out of shape when people are like, Rob Liefeld is the creator of Deadpool. I'm like, he didn't do it all by himself. Just like Bob Kane isn't solely the creator of Batman. He's not. That's Bill Finger. And in that case, I really feel like Bill Finger was, you know, the lion's share of the creator there. And Fabian really gave Deadpool, he really gave Deadpool his personality. The part we love about Deadpool, and I've interviewed him. That's on the channel. I need to make a better thumbnail for it because it sucks. Anywho, Rob's one of those where he can be difficult. He can be difficult to work with, but so could my friend Bo. So could my friend Brian. They're creatives. They can be very difficult to work with. But Rob has a bad habit of not giving other people credit. But he's a fantastic creator. He did an amazing job with Deadpool. And he does have a point that Marvel tends to not treat comic book writers and comic book creators with utmost respect or respect in general. I mean, look what they do to their creations. It's like, they don't really give them the best treatment. Good morning, Ensign Loki. As someone who owns all of Deadpool's early comics, he was nothing like how he ended up. Yes. Yep. So, anywho, again, Liefeld. That's it. Liefeld. I always want to say Liefeld. Liefeld is on. He does have a point that Marvel and DC, for that matter, doesn't exactly treat comic book writers and creators with the respect that they are truly due. I mean, these are their creations. These are their babies, their brainchilds. And they're like, yeah, give us that. We're going to give you a lot of money. We're going to be so appreciative of it. And then we're just going to, tell you we know better. Like we know how to do this better. And then not really put their names anywhere. But sometimes I feel like some of Liefeld's complaints are a little like, really? That feels like splitting hairs, Like, I think my name should be at the beginning of the movie, like the first thing you see, instead of at the end of the movie. I'm like, as a creator myself, to me personally, and this feels very subjective. Very subjective. To me personally, I don't think it would matter as long as my name was there. As long as my name was there, I don't think it would matter. Visible in there, I don't think it would matter. But then Liefeld, after the Deadpool Wolverine movie, got really pissed off because one, Feige wouldn't take a picture with him and his family on the red carpet, or he felt like he blew him off on the red carpet. He's like, hey, Feige, come here. And I mean, he's busy. Maybe he just didn't hear you or something. I'm trying to see it from both sides. Maybe it wasn't intentional. It could have been intentional, but maybe it wasn't. Let's try giving the benefit of the doubt before we just jump to conclusions. Get off your jump to conclusions, Rob. Anyway, it was that. And then Rob didn't get invited to the Deadpool Wolverine after party. And I think he actually tried to get into the after party, and they were like, nah, you're not on the list. Like, dude, I'm the creator of the character. You're telling me I'm not on the list? I didn't hear Fabian say any of this stuff. I haven't heard Fabian say anything at all. Like, he keeps to himself. He lives in a very suburban area of Jersey. Samar with a good question. If it was intentional, why? Like, why? What was the reason behind it? If it was intentional, why? Excellent question. That's what I'm saying. Like, what was the purpose for that? Where is this coming from? I mean, don't get me wrong. I want to give Rob the benefit of the doubt because he is a great you know, he has a great imagination. He's a great creator. I respect that. Creating is freaking hard. Like it's easy to come up with an idea in your head, but to be able to fully flesh that out is a totally different thing altogether. So anyway, after Deadpool Wolverine came out, like after this period and everything, I guess he waited for the check to clear. Then he started a podcast and started just telling us how he really felt. He started this podcast, and he started telling everyone exactly how he felt about Kevin Feige and the MCU. And a lot of the stuff he is not wrong about. He is absolutely 100% correct about. So there's that. Fernando, why don't he take them to court before every Deadpool movie like the Superman creators do? Because I don't think he really has much to go off of. I don't think he has anything to really sue for. Loki says the podcast is mostly about sports. It is now. After the movie, there were a few episodes where he was like, fuck Marvel. Come in their holes. So he gets this podcast and he starts telling everyone how he feels about Marvel and, you know, Papa Feige. And that was a year ago, right? Time blends together. Backyard TARDIS, because that's expensive. It is. It's very expensive. You have to be able to afford lawyers. And you have to have a really good reason. Like a really good lawyer will find a reason to sue. Like they can twist anything. Oh yeah, well, we can get you money for that. They didn't put your movie in the first 3 seconds. Like I'm sure there's somewhere in writing where that caused you emotional damage. We can get on that. But again, very expensive. Very expensive. And again, Marvel as a company, I'm talking about the comic books, all of it, doesn't exactly have a great history with good relationships with its comic creators. Hello, Jack Kirby. The guy who created Howard the Duck. Okay, sorry. I got excited and my cord got unplugged. So ever since then, I know I wasn't muted. I unplugged it. Okay. God, you point out all of my flaws. Ever since the Deadpool Wolverine thing, and ever since he started his podcast, anytime anything Marvel happens, Rob Liefeld is like first in line to just go off. Oh, how they treated Jack Kirby, how the guy who created Howard the Duck, was that Jack Kirby? Didn't create Howard the Duck, did he? I don't believe so. Let's see. I always forget his name. It was Steve Gerber and Val Merrick, and those guys are really the reason why we have the comic book creator Bill of Rights now. So, anywho, the whole point of what I was saying is Marvel doesn't have a good history with how it's treated its creators. And Rob has just kind of been pointing that out. Like, okay, we know that, yeah. But just because you didn't get invited to an after party, come on. I get it, but at the same time, it's like, you're pretty loaded, dude. You've got your checks. That's great. Like, Fabian, when I did that interview, he's like, I get my Marvel check, I cash it, and now I have a beautiful home and I can write about whatever I want to write about, and there's no pressure. That's a great outlook. I mean, it really is. I wish I had that kind of an outlook. That's pretty great. So anyway, it's crazy. Like he helped create one character, and he's got this beautiful home, and he has all the time in the world to write the books he wants to write. He writes a Suburban Dick. Good for him. Anyway, so sometimes, a lot of times, Rob is I mean, he's dead on. He's absolutely correct. He really is. He's definitely got his finger on the pulse of the zeitgeist. But yesterday, I did not agree with this at all. Someone posted this clip of Galactus and Fantastic Four First Steps, and Rob Liefeld says, looks so fake. The Marvel FX fell off a cliff. I don't agree with him. I just don't agree with him. I think it looks great. I do. It looks fine. I don't. First of all, can we just point out the fact that this is a cosmic entity that eats planets, who's towering over skyscrapers walking through New York City in an alternate reality. We know it's not real. We know it's not real. It's total fantasy fiction, okay? That being said, this is pretty good for what it is. I'm just saying, it's not terrible. I've seen way worse. I've seen Marvel CGI look 1,000% worse. So much worse. Do we remember the She-Hulk trailers? Okay, that's falling off. This is okay. This isn't bad. So to me, this whole post, when I saw this yesterday, I was like, dude, come on. This is just sour grapes right here. This one, I'm not following. I don't agree with. Okay. And of course, Ralph Ineson, the man who played Galactus, agreed. Ralph Ineson says rent free. Ensign Loki says, does Innocent even have a point? Ha, this guy doesn't like a movie I was in. What a loser. I think his point is that it is sour grapes. He's got a bone to pick with Marvel. And he may have a legit bone to pick with Marvel with things that go on behind the scenes that we really don't know about, things that will never have the actual truth of it, you know? Maybe there's something else going on, but we don't know that. All we know is that anytime Marvel comes out with anything, Rob Liefeld is like, ha, you suck. And that's just how it's coming across now. It's coming across as sour grapes. Here we go. Backyard TARDIS. It's not like he's Wakanda Rhino. Here's the thing. If you want people to genuinely take your actual gripes seriously, you can't, how do I put this? You can't just bitch about every little thing, even the things that don't deserve to be bitched about. You have to stick with the things that are legitimately justified, or else you just look like a bitter asshole. And that's kind of what's happening with Rob Liefeld. It's like he's decided that that's his personality now. That his personality now is he's going to join the ranks of the professionally outraged instead of giving his authentic opinion on things. He's just going to hate on everything. I'm sorry, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with that computer rendering visual effects of Galactus. There was nothing wrong. The only thing that bothered me at all, visual effects wise, in Fantastic Four First Steps was sometimes the thing and the baby was creepy. There you go. Lieutenant Backyard Tarda says maybe he was watching the wrong movie and mixed Galactus with MODOK. MODOK's baby butt. There you go. Who looked like, was it George Lopez in the Spy Kids movie? So that's all I'm saying is, like, dude, stick to the legit bitches. Just stick to the stuff that's actually legitimate. Because once you go off into the haterade territory, once you start complaining about things that really don't deserve to be complained about, no one's going to listen to your legitimate complaints anymore. People are just gonna, brush you off as a bitter, angry, jealous individual. And they're not going to take you seriously anymore. And I feel bad for Rob Liefeld, but that's what it looks like is happening. And that's what Ralph Ineson is saying here, is that Marvel is dancing around rent-free in Rob's head, and Rob doesn't know where the line is. Like, some things, just keep it to yourself. Do you know how many times a day I get on the interwebs and I see something and I just want to call someone a freaking idiot? Like, God, you are so stupid. How dumb are you? how dumb are you to believe something like this, especially on Facebook? Oh my God. Facebook is where and how AI will take over the world. Skynet will do it through Facebook and through our parents' and grandparents' generation. There are so many movie pages on Facebook that just pass off fake information with AI posters, and people believe them. And it's like screaming into a brick wall, like, this is not true. This is AI. Stop believing this. And you are so fucking stupid. How many times a day do I just want to scream that? You are so stupid. How many times a day I just want to scream about political stuff? You got to use discernment. Pick your battles. Did your mama not teach you that, Rob? Pick your battles. There was nothing wrong with the VFX in Fantastic Four First Steps, especially not with Galactus. And now he's got the actual actors like stepping in. You're like, dude, you're looking like a silly boy. Ensign Loki, speaking of, how did Disney spend $500 million before marketing on Deadpool Wolverine? Actors. How much you want to bet? Actors. I'm guessing for Ryan Reynolds, Hugh Jackman, Wesley Snipes, Jennifer Garner, Channing Tatum, Chris Evans. Who who else was like, oh my God, that's so-and-so. They had to pay those people pretty big, I'm assuming. And that they built a lot of big sets. I'm going to say a lot of it was actors and set building and licensing, maybe. I don't know. I'll look into it. I'll research it. Tiny, where are you going? No, Tiny, stay with me. Damn it. That dog, I am inconsequential to this dog. Lieutenant Backyard TARDIS, I was disappointed by Fantastic Four, but Galactus looked great. Ensign Loki says, which means Doomsday will be even more. Dude, I've got some more speculations on Doomsday that I want to talk about. I do, and maybe this is a good segue. So, what if Sadie Sink, I still think like she could really be Jean Grey, but what if she's Rachel Summers from a different timeline in the future? Because there is stuff coming out, like rumors. There are rumors. There's a rumor. There's all these rumors that she. Where the F are they? I saved all this stuff. Okay, whatever, Twitter. So there's all these rumors that there is a character in Spider-Man Brand New Day. Here we go. Rumors in Spider-Man Brand New Day, a character will reportedly, a villain, has the power to control people. What if it's Rachel Summers? Good morning, Miss Penny. Good morning. So what if it's Rachel Summers? Red hair. But there's also a lot of talk that is a shapeshifter. Because also Sadie Sink is saying that a lot of people forget that hair color can change. Because everyone's like, oh, she's a redhead. She's a redhead. She says a lot of people forget that hair color can change. People will just have to wait and see. I'm excited for all may be put to rest. So they're saying also that this character can shapeshift. So now the rumor is that she's Shathra, that she's like the wasp spirit that's going around the Spider-Verse collecting all the spider totems. But Kevin Feige also said that the X-Men were going to start popping up in movies sooner than you think. And this movie right here comes out before Secret Wars in the X-Men movies. It's the only movie that's coming out before those movies. So, what if she really is Jean Grey? I'm thinking I might be pretty good at this guessing game. I'm just saying. What do you guys think? What do you think? Tell me in the chat below. We're supposed to be getting the first teaser trailer for Doomsday next month, which is right around the corner. Isn't that insane? We're supposed to be getting that next month. And I've heard and read a lot of leaks that we see Victor Von Doom standing over a grave, and it's the graves of his family. And he's super jealous of Reed because Reed has the perfect family, and that was his family in his universe. And thanks to the actions of Kang and Loki, he's lost it all. And I'm feeling a lot of hype for it. I'm getting really excited because the Russos haven't let us down in Marvel movies. Okay. Just saying. I liked the Electric State. I did. Omari says, maybe she's Madam Web. I see the future, and it's beautiful. Oh, man. Wonderful CD boom mics. Lieutenant Backyard TARDIS, tell Feige I expected X-Men to start showing up 2 years ago. Okay, well. Hold on. It's ringing. It's ringing. Hi. Yeah, Papa Feige, do you have a second? Oh, yeah, I'll make it quick. Yeah, tell RDJ I said hi. So I have my friend Nick here, and he just wants you to know that, listen, I know he has weird taste in movies, but it's nice that you're paying attention. But can I just finish? I know we're both in a hurry here. He just wants you to know. I get it. Okay, I'll take a lozenge. Anyway, he wants you to know that he really expected the X-Men to start showing up in movies and TV shows like 2 years ago. Yeah, that's tiny. And he agrees. He agrees. Yeah. So listen, I know you've got a time stone laying around there, the Eye Agamotto, which is the time stone. You could do something, right? He hung up on me. That was rude. It was so rude. So rude. My dog is being very mouthy. So anyway, I don't think Feige cares what we think. He hung up on me. So those are my thoughts. What if she's playing Rachel Summers in one incarnation and then she's playing Jean Grey in another? I don't know. I just work here. Those are my theories. If you have any questions, comments, emotional outbursts about any of my theories, leave it in the chat below. Really running out of places to put my stuff over here. Nope. That might work. Okay. So a new live action Far Cry series is in the work at FX. It will follow an anthology format like the games and feature a different cast and setting with each season. Co-created by Noah Hawley, Alien Earth, and Rob McElhenney from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I realize Rob McElhenney has changed his name to Rob Mac, but I think that's dumb. I'm not going to change my name to Danny's son because nobody can pronounce my name. It's their fault. They're not reading or asking questions. So anyway, I've learned to pronounce McElhenney, and I'm going to say it now. Okay? I learned to pronounce it. I'm going to say it. Rob McElhenney. So I don't know anything about these games. I've never played them. I liked the Alien Earth series until the very end. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. What do you guys think? Do we have any Far Cry fans in the chat? Does anyone have any strong opinions about this? At all? A Far Cry anthology series that will feature different cast and stories every season. All right, moving on. A copy of the very first Superman issue
unearthed by 3 brothers cleaning out their late mother's attic, netted $9.12 million this month at a Texas auction house, which says it's the most expensive comic book ever sold. If I cleaned out my mom's attic, I would just find more generational trauma. My ex-mother-in-law did find a couple of Wonder Woman comics, and she gave them to me, and my ex pawned them. And the pawn shop refused to give them back. So fun. Anyway, this is amazing. Good for them. $9.12 million. That is an absolute insane amount of money. Their mom just had it sitting in an attic. Is that not just sitting in an attic? Now, a friend of mine says that he has a bunch of comics that he's just had sitting in an attic, and he hasn't looked at them since the 90s. I'm like, dude, you should get on that. Maria, why did he pawn them? Because he was a drug addict. That is the long and short of it. He was a vicious, terrible person, and still is, and a drug addict. Absolutely destroyed my life. He took all of my Wonder Woman memorabilia that I had been collecting my whole life, and he sold every piece of it. Every piece of it. That was almost 15 years ago. Yeah. Broke my heart. It's still difficult to think about. Lieutenant Backyard TARDIS, when they adapt Far Cry 6, they will pull a Last of Us and wonder why people don't like it despite them being true to the story. Oh no. See, I don't know anything about that game. I don't know anything about the game. So it's crazy. Over $9 million for the first Superman comic. Do you think that's like, yeah, hell yeah, or like, man, overpriced? I think that's about right. It's the first real superhero, first Superman comic. If it's in pristine condition, dope. There are not many of those around. So I had a guy, this guy, he's actually our nephew's father, tried to convince me that he has the first appearance of Wonder Woman locked up somewhere. No, he doesn't. He's a liar. No, you don't, dude. No, you don't. I've never seen it. You don't have it. Anywho, moving on. If you have any questions, comments, emotional outbursts about the Superman comic going for over $9 million, leave it in the chat below. We're going to move on. Hey, so Disney and Hulu has been fully integrated, and the combined app will launch in 2026, which reminds me, I have another announcement. I can't believe I forgot this. You guys are going to shit. Okay, so remember last week, one of my many rants about Allison Mack in the Nexium sex cult? And remember, I was saying that, you know, her going on the Inside of You podcast was just an absolute joke. And Michael Rosenbaum should have asked her, hey, do you think 2 years was sufficient for what you did? And she was like, I was not prepared to do 22 years. I just could not do that. I just couldn't. And when they said 36 months, I was like, okay, I can do this. Like, no, you should have got 22 years. So I got contacted by a production assistant for ABC News. And they apparently liked what I had to say and asked if they could use that clip of me, talking about that for Impact Nightline, which comes on Hulu on December 4th. I'm going to be on ABC News. I'm going to be on Nightline. I'm going to be on Impact Nightline on Hulu on December 4th. Like, what? What? Shut your face. Shut up. And I did check it out and send it to a friend. Like, hey, that link, she sent me the terms and condition, everything. I was like, oh yeah, this is totally me. I have the rights to this. I am, the creator. That is me. And, okay, sure. Yeah, you can use it. Dave's like, tell them for $300. Like, it doesn't work that way. So, watch Impact Nightline on December 4th on Hulu, and you could see this face complaining about Allison Mack. I hope she sees it. No, I'm not. It's just because because this is, I put that on TikTok, and then TikTok has like 3 likes and like 300 views. That's it. Like, nothing. I don't even know how she came across it, but how could I ever? This is bread and butter right here. YouTube is bread and butter. Please, God, let me get fully monetized so I can actually afford to buy some bread and butter. But yeah, keep your eyes peeled because you might see me in my jazzy little yellow dress complaining about Allison Mack, the kidnapper, who was like, I didn't do 22 years. Then maybe you shouldn't have enslaved women. I'm just saying, you horrible, rancid individual. Delusional POS. Where did I put my water? And what's great is I put it on my personal Facebook, and like I put it with the clip that's being used. Nobody said anything. So then I announced it like just by itself with the big background. And then the only people that actually said anything were people that I actually know from the internet, not my actual friends and family. They were like, oh, whatever. Like there were maybe like two people that I like actually know and have known in real life. But that's what happens when you live in a small town. So, anywho, Disney and Hulu are now officially one and the same. And the Disney Hulu Plus, or whatever it's going to be called, will launch next year. There you have it. There you have it. Acting coach ads for Ben Kingsley's Trevor Slattery has been spotted in public on park benches, as seen here. And here, let's text this because it says text ACT to 8058 Trevor for acting tips. So let's check this out. So let's see. It's 805 8. Ah, crap. Hold on. We're going to do it this way. 805
8 Trevor. So that's 873-867. Okay, let's call it, see what happens.
Hello, you reached the voicemail for the Trevor Slattery Method, a 10-week seminar on acting by Trevor Slattery. The Slattery Method will help you master box breathing, improvisation, the fine art of accents, and how to give the perfect audition. In my charitable efforts, I'm releasing a free version of the Slattery Method. Just text this number, sign up. And if this is the IRS, oh, that's a story, and I'm busy slinging hair right now.
What? Oh my god. Okay. I do have to say that's pretty funny. So I'm going to text act. All right. Act. Done it. Let's see what happens. And Trevor Slattery. The fine art of accents. Greetings, thespian. Sign up for the Slattery Method, an acting seminar by me, Trevor Slattery. Reply Y to sign up for the auto-dialed text from Marvel about Wonder Man. You agree to our terms and conditions, blah, blah, blah. Oh, okay. I thought it was actual acting stuff from Trevor Slattery. But if it was cheers to your acting journey, if there was actual like acting tips from Trevor Slattery, then that would be genius. That's hilarious. But oh wait, I have a text from Trevor Slattery. Okay, let's see. It is YouTube.
Isn't a job. Is a calling.
Okay.
I'm Trevor Slattery, and I'm not just.
I have this actually. So it texts you this link to this YouTube video, which I actually have here somewhere. We just got to find it. You know what? I'm going to do it this way. So I'll show you what it sends you. Now, this kind of thing is hilarious. However, it is not Wonder Man. Acting method. Oh, for heaven's sake. So my YouTube is doing this weird thing where there are black boxes over the videos, and I don't know why. I do not know why. I'm going to try over here. Trevor Slattery method. Oh, fun. Fun. Yay. Let's just go to Google. Oh, the Trevor. I would watch this rather than whatever Marvel has cooked up for Wonder Man. Okay. I've got something. Thank you, Reddit. So I'm going to take this down. Here you go. Here we go.
Isn't a job. Is a calling. I'm Trevor Slattery, and I'm not just a legendary actor.
I'm not just a legendary actor. God love it. This is okay. So I would watch an entire series about this. I would watch an entire series about Trevor Slattery. What I am not excited about watching is what the hell they've done to Simon Williams, which you know they have absolutely trashed. Continue. The power of
I'm
knowledge.
also in the possession of tools that can turn you into the next Trevor Slattery.
Did something happen? Did something happen after Iron Man 3 and All Hail the King? Did something happen we're not aware of? That we've not heard at all? That we've not heard at all in the MCU up until this point? For him to become an adult of this caliber.
Thrilled to announce the launch of the slattery method.
Look at him! Look at him! No, he was. That's right. Shang-Chi also, and I do like Shang-Chi. But what was he wasn't doing like what I'm saying is it's not like he was doing films and TV shows and stuff. Like where it just point A, point B, all this information, this vast void in between, we seem to be missing where look at him, Ben Kingsley again. Well, I would watch the hell out of. I would watch 6 whole seasons of Trevor Slattery.
Let's start by taking control.
I can't get over his face. His eyes. Oh my God. Sir Ben Kingsley is just an incredible. This is Gandhi, the man who won an Oscar for Gandhi. And just look at him. I'm dying. Omari. Make a Trevor Slattery documentary series. Disney and Marvel, make something intentionally funny for once. I'm begging you. Ensign Loki. Ben Kingsley used to be a respectable actor a long time ago. Won an Oscar at every. Exactly. Look at. I'm.
Of our breathing and counting to 4,000. I'll make you think I'm a werewolf.
Do it again.
I'll make you think I'm a werewolf. I'll make 4,000. I'll make you think I'm a werewolf or a congressman or a tickle me elmo.
I'll make you think I'm a werewolf or a congressman or a tickle me elbow.
For more information, follow the instructions on the screen. You want to transform? Come on then. Impressed? Yeah, it should be.
This is bravo. I would watch 6 whole seasons of the Slattery method. Make it happen, Disney. I'm begging you. This is genius. Absolutely genius. Unfortunately, we're not going to get that in Wonder Man. Omar, this reminds me of What We Do in the Shadows. What We Do in the Shadows. First of all, I once watched the movie What We Do in the Shadows like 3 times in one day. I watched it once by myself, and I was like, Dave, you got to watch it. And I watched it with him. And then my son came home, and I'm like, you got to watch this. And then we watched it with him. And then the series came out. Like, that was the thing I was most excited for in the whole world. Now, I feel like the last season kind of fell off a bit, but still, one of the funniest damn things to ever happen, ever. I love that series. And I am kind of getting those vibes. Ben Kingsley, this is, I would watch 6 whole seasons. God, this is brilliant. But the thing with Wonder Man, though, is they've completely taken away everything that makes Wonder Man Wonder Man. And they've made it into a joke. Wonder Man didn't go out seeking really to be an actor. It was Hercules who was like, hey, man, I can get you laid. Like, come with me. That's how he got into acting. So, but this, hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. I love Ben Kingsley as Trevor Slattery. I think the whole world does. And Kevin Feige knows that. And I have this very strong feeling that Kevin Feige was like, you have to include Ben Kingsley. It's not going to save the show. But this was hilarious. I'll watch it again. I'll make you think that I'm a werewolf, a congressman, or a Tickle Me Elmo. I mean, I'll hold your breath and count to 4,000. And then that slap that. God love you, Ben Kingsley. Holy shnikes. That is just absolutely brilliant. Unfortunately, it's not going to be enough to save what they have done to Wonder Man. See, Rob Liefeld, that's what you should be complaining about. You should be complaining. You should definitely complain about stuff like the Wonder Man series, not the Galactus visual effects. Come on, man. Come on, man. To quote Joe Biden, come on, man. All right. And for our main topic of the evening, the morning. It's still morning, Danielle. Deadline reports this exclusive for the new radical take on the upcoming Exorcist film. Blumhouse Atomic Monster is not messing around. As Deadline has learned, the two-time Oscar nominee Scarlet Johansson has set to star in the next installment of the iconic horror franchise from writer-director Mike Flanagan. Mike Flanagan, of course, is the writer for Clayface, DCU's Clayface. Scarlet is a brilliant actress whose captivating performances always feel grounded and real, which that's acting. She must have learned the Slattery method. From genre films to summer blockbusters, and I couldn't be happier to have her join this Exorcist film, says Flanagan. I swear to God, Ben Kingsley's in like everything. Like everything in the 90s has Ben Kingsley in it. You couldn't make in fact, there was a rule. There was a law passed in California. You couldn't make a movie in the 90s without Ben Kingsley. There you have that. That's something you didn't know. Hello, ad. So the new radical take on the upcoming Exorcist film. Why? Again, make new films. And now, once again, Scarlett Johansson feels like she's kind of become the queen of this arena. Like, we got her for the new Jurassic Park stuff. Now we're putting her in new Exorcist. Cool. Johansson, is it Johansson or Johansson? I feel like it should be Johan. Maria says all the Exorcist sequels have been trash. You seen the one where Reagan's like going in a circle with the locusts and stuff? That one was weird. I don't know my Exorcist movies very well. Johansson's involvement is a clear sign the studio is serious about the latest version in the franchise after the last film, 2023's The Exorcist Believer, underperformed with 65.5 million US, Canada, and 136.2 million worldwide. This after NBC, Universal, Peacock, Blumhouse bought the rights for Morgan Creek for $400 million back in July 2021. David Gordon Green, the director of that movie, withdrew from the next installment. The studio has been taking meetings with a number of top-tier talent, but Johansson seemed to be like the perfect fit after helping relaunch the Jurassic World franchise, this past summer with Jurassic World Rebirth, which racked up a close to $869 million worldwide. Wow. Following a meeting with producers and Flanagan, Johansson was on board to lead the relaunch of another marquee franchise. Insiders tell Deadline that the scheduling had to be worked with a couple of upcoming projects, but that this film will likely be the next on her docket to shoot. The project also gives Johansson her first legit horror film in her long and successful career. The film will tell an all-new story set in the Exorcist universe and is not a sequel to The Exorcist Believer. So, reboot! It is produced by Blumhouse and Atomic Monster, Morgan Creek Entertainment, and Flanagan, who also will write and direct via his Red Room Pictures banner. Alexandra Magistro, I just like that name, Magistro, will also executive produce for Red Room Pictures. David Robinson produces for Morgan Creek Entertainment. Jason Blum and Ryan Turek serve as the respective producers and executive producer for Blumhouse Atomic Monster. Here we go. Since when does The Exorcist have a universe? It's just a series. Fernando, I like your name as well, if you get it down. Sequels needed to make good money in order to get more. Precisely. And here we are, rebooting it. It's not a sequel, it's whole new. So that means reboot. Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? This is, yeah, it's a little better for Instagram. This is the worst we have ever seen, pardon me, ever seen the drought in Hollywood. Every single film that is coming out is either a sequel, a reboot, reimagining. I mean, are you telling me that you can't find one person with one new idea at all? Not one? Maybe, and this is a radical idea, Hollywood, maybe you should just dig a different well, look outside those people that you've been using. I mean, I've got so many whiteboards and notebooks filled with crap. I'm happy to sell just one of them. I'm not saying that, hey, they're great, fabulous ideas, but I think they might be better than a reboot, a sequel, a reimagining, a revival. And just everything is just recycled. Everything. And now you've got one. Isn't she like the highest paid actress at this point? I think I read that somewhere. She's like the highest paid actress. You now have the highest paid actress doing a reboot. I'm for real. Are you that lost over there, guys? Seriously? No new ideas. None. Why do you think this is working? Like, these have to be some of the most delusional, self-unaware people I've ever witnessed in my entire life. You have these major studios, corporations losing millions and billions every single day. And I keep hearing Ben Franklin's quote, the definition of insanity is repeating the same action and expecting new results or different results. And that's what they're doing. They're doing the exact same thing over and over again. They're like, okay, this didn't do well. The audience hated it and we made no money. We lost like $200 million. But what if we do it again, but with this? Huh? Seriously? How is this not? I mean, see, Ensign Loki, Jurassic World 4 might as well have been a reboot. Exactly. But it did great. It did fantastic. So Omari says long legs might not have been scary as the marketing made it out to be, but at least it was a new horror movie. I've never seen it. I'm not real big on horror. It has to be, which is strange because I think technically I do write horror. Isn't that weird? There's certain things I'm just not into, and it takes a lot to drag me into it. Like, listen, I have a bone to pick with Ro over at the Scare of Scuttlebutt podcast. He's like, listen, Train Dreams is an amazing movie. You got to watch it. Watch Train Dreams. You and Dave are going to love it. So right before we went to bed last night, we were like in bed. We watched Train Dreams. And we're like, wow, this guy's life is just miserable and sad and hopeless. Like, he's going to wake up and it's all going to be like a coma, right? Like, it's going to get better. No, it doesn't. It's the saddest thing I've ever seen. How dare you, sir? I had nightmares. Back to it though. Damn it, Rob. I don't understand what the point is. It feels like they're purposely trying to piss us off. Why? I don't understand that. Why is the purpose to piss us off? Because it's not just movies in theaters, it's streaming too. So at first I start to think, well, maybe they're just trying to kill the theater experience so they don't have to share ticket money with the actual movie theaters, and then they can keep all those profits for themselves and just do streaming stuff, and then also, keep us in our homes for whatever reason that serves. And then that gets you into some 1984 territory and some Robert Heinlein and all kinds of stuff, which I'm not emotionally prepared to discuss today. But it's not just the movies in theaters, which, by the way, James Cameron feels that the only movies that should be eligible for an Oscar are movies that are in theaters. It's like, if it ain't theatrical, it's crap. And I'm kind of like yes and no with him on that one. Like, that's kind of a loaded topic right there. Let me know what you guys think about James Cameron saying only movies that have been released in theaters should be eligible for Oscars. I want to hear your opinions. So there's that of it, but it's not just the movies in theaters, it's TV shows, it's streaming movies. Like, they're all these rehashed, recycled, reboot, reimagining, revivals. Why? It has not really been paying off. And I mean, the majority of voices online and on TV and everywhere else are saying, we hate this. We want new stuff. We want to see new things. And we know for a fact that these studios pay for bots to go online and say, oh my God, this is life. I ship this, blah, blah, blah. Other buzzwords as well. Is that all you want, though? Do Do you just want the only positive voices for this to be your own? Because it's not working. It's not making other people say, well, if this, and oh my God, I think my kid's dog is in the house and she farted. Oh, dog farts are the worst. Wow. That is awful. Crank that fan. Holy shnikes. Get it away from me. Terrible. It's infected my brain. I can't think now. Holy Christ in a crop top. I don't even have any perfume in here. Anyway. I really believe they think these bots that they pay for online, which we can tell. We can tell who the bots are. It's so obvious. They really believe that they pay for these bots and that it's going to work. It's going to trigger this domino effect, and we're going to believe these bots, and all of a sudden we're going to like this stuff that we don't like. They're trying to force us to like things that we don't like. Why do they want that? I don't understand it. What is happening? It feels so nefarious. It feels so supervillain, doesn't it? Like nothing, this stuff isn't working, guys. Oh my God. This is so bad. This is so bad. The smell is oh, get this dog out of the house. Holy shnikes. You know what? This is hairspray, but that's better. Oh. Why do they keep insisting on making stuff that only 5 people like? I don't understand it. The studios couldn't buy me. They could rent me. So, does anyone have any theories? Any at all? As to what this deal is? Like, why are they not putting forth any original ideas? Girl, this is not my natural hair. My hair does not look like this on its own, and it doesn't stay unless I use hairspray. Because that 25% Mexican went straight to my hair, and it is straight AF. And it takes a lot of hairspray. Does anyone have any theories about this? Like, is it just greed? Is it just laziness and greed? They're like, you know what? Let's just reboot. They like nostalgia. Let's do this. Or is there something else going on that we're not aware of? Or are they really that dense and stupid that they're not looking outside their circle? I don't get it. Now, Maria, you did ask this. Would you prefer we don't get the Buffy series? See, this I am really torn about. I am very, very torn over the Buffy series. Because on one hand, I am a massive Buffy fan. I am a huge Buffy fan. Huge. However, I feel like it should have been done like 10, 15 years ago. And I'm so tired of all of the reboots, the remakes, and the sequels. Now, the the Buffy series is a sequel. It is entirely a sequel. But Chloe Zhao the other day said she was a Riley and Buffy fan, and that concerns me because nobody likes Riley. Nobody likes Riley. I'm very torn about the Buffy series. You guys know that. It's just, is it even entertainment anymore? Like Eddie Murphy. I didn't watch all of it. I watched part of his documentary on Netflix. And he was like, look at all these movies and streaming service, and there ain't shit to watch. And some of it's mine. Even Eddie Murphy knows there's nothing interesting. Nothing just jumps out at you and says, watch me now. What is the purpose? Do they just want us dumb, mush-brained, and lazy? For what? What are you up to? I'm so confused. Did I have puffy hair in the 80s? I was a little girl. I was a child. I was a little child. And no, I did not. Again, I have very straight, thick hair. Ensign Loki says, yes, they do. They want us mush-brained. I mean, it's working. For a lot of people, it seems to be working. Lazy, overweight mush-brains. I'm so sad. You have no idea how sad I am over this entertainment industry. So sad. Like, there are people in there are people on YouTube, on my YouTube shorts, and in my TikTok comments defending Leslie Headland. Someone on YouTube, in the comments of my YouTube shorts, defending Leslie Headland and telling me that's not what she said. Read the damn article. And I was like, I did. I read the whole thing live. I read it. That's what she said. She called the YouTubers that don't like the show, what'd she call us? Racists, fascists, those YouTubers that are snake oil salesmen, opportunists. There are people out there who will defend this stuff, and it blows my mind. They have lost the ability to think on their own. And I don't understand that. I can't wrap my brain around it. They think this way because someone else has told them that. And they just kind of parrot these buzzwords that others have told them, bots and so on. It baffles me. It just baffles me. Lieutenant Backyard TARDIS, this is nothing new, though even some of the stuff we consider classics from the 80s and 90s are just reboots. The Brendan Fraser Mummy is the fourth reboot of the Mummy. I mean, yes, okay, but not to this extreme level. I mean, everything that is coming out is some kind of reboot, recycled or a sequel. It's just, there's nothing organic or new. Good morning, Hunter. And that exactly, Ensign Loki. The difference being it wasn't as common as it seems to be now. Everything that seems to be coming out is a sequel, a reboot, a revival. It's there's nothing original. Nothing. Look at what's coming out next year. Superman, or that's 27. Next year we get Supergirl. Honestly, though, that's the closest thing to an original film we're getting over the next couple of years, because there's never been a legit, actual, this is really Supergirl on screen. The Helen Slater one wasn't really Supergirl. It's still a reboot, though. I get, damn it. Okay, so we're hitting Supergirl. Spider-Man sequel is coming out next year. Doomsday, Avengers Doomsday is coming out next year. And then the year after that, you got Beyond the Spider-Verse, Secret Wars, Man of Tomorrow. Sequels, reboots. It's all recycled. Nothing original. Why? What is going on? Disney loses like $1 billion every week at this point. $1 billion. They're not the only company that's losing money over this. So why are they still doing it? Something to think about. But we have gone on for an hour and a half today. Oh, Fernando, the original can't be considered an original, right? I'm going to say it is. Well, I can't really remember an actual big budget theatrical release, The Odyssey. We've had Greek mythology done before, but I don't recall us ever having a big budget The Odyssey on the big screen. Now, it has been done for like TV miniseries and stuff. Let's ask the Google box. Oh my God, learn to type, Danielle. Okay. Dozens. Actually. 1954, starring Kirk Douglas. That was Ulysses. Okay, so the Emmy-winning 1997 TV miniseries, The Odyssey. Oh, Brother, Where Art Thou was The Odyssey Reimagined. There was that. The Return with Juliette Binoche and Ray Fiennes last year, which was good, but it's like the end of The Odyssey. So there's been it's hard to classify that. So there's been one actual legit The Odyssey starring Kirk Douglas in 1957. Then you had the reimagined in the 30s, I think it was, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou with, why can't I say his damn name? You know who he is, George Clooney. With George Clooney. And then The Return with Ray Fiennes, which is like the third final act of The Odyssey. So this will be the first time the whole movie, actually how it's supposed to be. And again, it's Christopher Nolan. How is he going to handle the mythological stuff? Probably not at all. We shall see. Ensign Loki, absolutely. The Armand Asante miniseries, the 1997 The Odyssey. And Matthew Marston is actually in that too. He plays his son. So it is. It's very good. Highly recommend. It's on Amazon. What story was Clash of the Titans based on? Just Clash of the Titans. That's a movie from 1980 with Harry Hamlin. So, anywho, it's not an original idea in the realm of it's like one of the oldest adventure stories. It's like the original hero's journey. Homer, the Odyssey. There's the Iliad and the Odyssey. So it's not an original idea. You can't really claim it as an original idea at all because it's not. But it's great to check Greek myths for inspiration and source material. I do a lot. My story has a lot of inspiration from Greek myths. True, it do. True, it do. I don't know what I'm doing now. But anywho, we've been here over an hour and a half, guys. Isn't that crazy? And I have to pee. So you know what that means. It is time to pass the collection basket. If you would like to help support the channel, the easiest and freest way possible is just by smashing that like button, subscribing if you are new, and ringing the notification bell so you get notified whenever I'm back with even more of this nerdy nonsense. If you would like to help support the channel in other ways, God bless you. I am desperate and poor. You can do so by joining the channel as a member. We got a lot of perks for you. We got some emojis. You get early access to all of our pre-recorded videos. You get your own chat community. You get preferential treatment on all of your comments. And if you request a breakdown or video, you go to the front of the line. So there's that information for you. You get all those emojis. I don't know if I mentioned that, but you get all your emojis. Yes. So you have the membership for the channel, and there's also super chats, super stickers, super thanks, and I super appreciate them because they help me keep this channel going. There's so much to do and so much to pay for. And you guys, if it wasn't for you, I would not still be here. There are other ways to help keep the channel going. There is that QR code right there. It takes you to buymeacoffee.com/comicsandmua, and you can chip in as much or as little as you can. And there's also Cash App. You can use Cash App as well. There's also the original Nerdling Army over at patreon.com/comicsandmua. And just like the channel members, you get early access to drops. You get your own official chat. You get behind the scenes outtakes, extra content. Pardon me. I'm so sorry. And you also, oh my God, this dog. You also get your own exclusive merch that you can't get anywhere else. And you get that every 3 months for the first year of your membership. Holy, what is with this dog? Matrix, save me. Holy gravy. I'm about to include my daughter's puppy dog in the giveaway. Anyway, there are 3 different tiers starting as $3 a month, and I will refer to you as your rank as an army. It's an army. There is also the official merch store for Comics and over at comicsandcosmetics.etsy.com. Hundreds of designs on hundreds more products created by yours truly. Facts. And I am an affiliate for several other companies. All of this is in the description below. This podcast is powered by the Red 5 Network. We are a collective of exclusively nerdy podcasters and content creators here to educate and entertain you. So if you like this podcast, chances are you're going to love more what the Red 5 Network has to offer you. So go to red5.bio.link today to discover more of the Red 5 family of podcasts. Everything I have told you about can be discovered on the website, comics-and.com. All of my reviews, my portfolio with all of my special effects looks, and more information about the channel, the podcast, whatever you want to call it. A little bit about myself can be found at the podcast. It's on different places on different streams. So comics-and.com. Just for you, my little nerd babies. Will you see me tomorrow? You will. I will be here tomorrow. I'll be here in the morning, same bat time, same bat channel. And then I will be over on the Latino Slant talking with Paulie. So be there, be square. And then I'll be gone Thursday, Avi, because it's Thanksgiving. And then I'll be back Friday. Be here for you nerds. And then I'll be over on Film Junkie that evening. She feeds her dog food, but it's horrible. I normally put her outside when I stream, so. But that's all I've got for you nerds today. I hope you have a wonderful afternoon, and I will see you tomorrow morning. Remember, keep your eyes peeled, okay? Because I heard
Disney and Kathleen Kennedy are gonna get you!
From sci-fi dreams to super real schemes, she's the queen of comics and everything in between. Makeup brush in one hand, pen in the other, crafting worlds like no one's ever discovered. Sci-fi writer, pinch creator, going live on stream. There's no one greater. Comics and everything, we dive so deep into stories and the secrets that the nerds all keep. Comics and everything, the chat's alive. Monday through Friday, Dani provides the vibe. Superheroes, villains, fantasy lore. Every day there's something new to explore. From Star